my little flames, today is gonna be a little bit different from my normal lives where I'm either playing a game or discussing something. My last live was actually about Poppy Playtime and where the frick it all went wrong, but this time we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. Today we are going to be listening and somewhat watching Danny Motta reacts to the case study of Vanitas, or in his words, he called it case study of the female gaze, because that's quite literally what it is, along with a bunch of other stuff like K-pop Demon Hunters. But we're also going to be writing a story that I have completely put off, called The Spade in the Circus. This is a tablet that I am, a computer that I am borrowing, but I started making The Spade in the Circus because one of my characters is actually from a universe called The Freak Circus of Horrors, or The Freak Circus, which is a yandere horror game that involves a circus with clowns and jesters and ticket taker and a plague doctor. But that is beside the point. So we are going to be watching, so like I said, we're going to be watching and listening to Danny Motta reacting to the case study of Vanitas because he's really funny, and listening to it is honestly one of the best things I've done. I've also listened to Danny Phantom EXE's Poppy Playtime stuff on repeat. So I just figured I'd go back and listen to Danny Motta react to case study of Vanitas because it's one of my favorites. And yeah. So why don't we start listening before I lose my mind?
How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels? Today we're watching one of my most requested series of all time. Today we're watching the case study of Vanitas, a show that I know truly nothing about, other than the fact that it's totally not gay, which is honestly the way I go into watching every show on this channel. Nobody ever gives me any actual information about a show they want me to watch. They just tell me boys kissing it. Every time I start a new show, I feel like James Bond being sent in on a mission with shockingly little intel. James, today you're tasked with assassinating Mr. Marcus Finch. Sounds good enough to me. What can you tell me about him? Well, he likes kissing boys. Okay, super unhelpful. Anything else? Oh, he's also gay.
That's the same thing!
So who knows what this show is? Maybe it's cute, maybe it's horrific. Honestly, when it comes to your guys' recommendations, it can go either way. So let's jump in and take a look at it.
There once was a vampire known as Vanitas, who was deeply reviled by the others of his own kind.
Oh, this is immediately gay. This is so Tumblr-coded already.
Hello.
What's more bisexual than a spooky Once Upon a Time? This feels like a show made by Etsy witches who are way too into their own zodiac signs.
While all other vampires were born on the night the Crimson Moon, he came into the world under the blue moon's light.
Oh, but he's not like other vampires. Other vampires were born under the spooky moon.
So, hello. So, I didn't notice this when I was watching the case study of Vanitas. If you watch the first episode, one thing you can notice is that, the red vampires in the beginning of episode 1, the Crimson Moon vampires, those little characters, they move. I didn't notice this until I rewatched it, and then I looked again, and then I saw them, like, occasionally move their heads, like, curious, and also kind of wary of Vanitas, who was on the other side of the screen. I didn't notice this until now. Or until way later until I figured it out. But, to those of you who do not know, we are watching the case study of Vanitas, Danny Motta reacting to the case study of Vanitas, and also writing a story that I have not moved my fingers across this keyboard yet because I was reliving what happened. So the only time I figured out about Danny Motta was like one of his shorts where it was like, what does Noe mean? It's got to mean something. And then they look it up, and then he looks it up, and then it quite literally says something. That was the first time I was like, okay, who is this guy? So then I looked him up on YouTube, and then I started watching his videos on repeat, because I'm weird.
But Vanitas was born under the super spooky moon. It's like the spooky moon, only prettier. more mysterious, making him a social outcast among all the popular vampires. Are we sure this isn't just straight up adapted from a YA novel?
His brethren feared Vanitas and drove him from the village.
Oh, thank you!
That was absolutely right. That's it? He was
Born under the wrong moon, so you kicked him out of the woods?
That's all it takes? Imagine if we took all of the Capricorn babies in America and then deported them. There we go. There's a little zodiac humor for all you witches out there.
Please don't hex me.
Also, how are you gonna exile this kid for being a bad omen?
You're all vampires. You're all bad omens. Okay,
Oh, no wonder the fan base of this shit.
so... Oh, you're gonna ask your family to sub? Oh, that's so cool. More subs always helps me out, bro. More subs. I love them. I love my flames. I love all my little flames. But what was I gonna say? Flip. So I have been around anime for many years. The first time I ever discovered anime, I was like in 4th or 5th grade, and I was able to, you know, realize that, hey, this is a thing that I can like. My first ever anime wasn't Pokemon. One that I really loved was Yu-Gi-Oh! No one ever talks about it anymore, but I do not care. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of my favorite ones. I do not like the remakes, though. The remakes, ugh, no. No. Nightmare. But all the cards are great. The storyline is great. I love the characters. I love character design. But it didn't get until later in my years in school that I started realizing anime is something I genuinely love. So, Case Study of Vanitas came around to my junior year. The Case Study of Vanitas joined my life in my junior year of high school, and I've loved it ever since. I've also loved Yu-Gi-Oh!, My Hero Academia, what is it? Attack on Titan, Has-Been Hotel, not really an anime, but it's an animated series, and I love it because, haha, funny. And at the time, it was only around the pilot, which is no longer canon, sadly. And then it went from that to a sim game that I used to play, still do now, but not as often. Make Hell Great Again, awesome. And then also came Jujutsu Kaisen, the Case Study of Vanitas, and then a couple of others. I think... Black Butler as well. Black Butler, and then I watch K-pop Demon Hunters. I kind of like it, more for the music than I do the characters. And then, sorry about that. Yeah, so anime and animated shows have been a real big part of my life. I'm also a huge Disney nerd, but that's beside the point. We are currently reacting to Danny Motta, react to the Case Study of Vanitas. Sorry if I say so many of the lines. I've watched this YouTube series more times than I can freaking count because it's just so freaking funny. If you put on Danny Phantom EXE, I will lose my mind and say every single thing he said, including adding the accents and everything else, all of the jokes, all of everything, because these guys match my energy for some reason. No idea why, but one of the reasons why Danny Phantom EXE matches my energy is because he's also said that he has ADHD. I have ADHD, so the one thing that makes our energies match is the ADHD. That's it. Because I can barely focus on one thing without getting distracted on another. But then I also kind of like get really sucked into something else. Like I will start playing Minecraft and then it'll be 2 hours later and I'm still playing Minecraft. Still! But, beside the point. Shall we continue? There is a cat. Sorry, my cat just meowed at me. That's so relatable, honestly. Yes, yes, because I cannot go 5 minutes without being on my phone. There's my mama eyes. See what I mean? See what I mean? I saw my cat out of the corner of my eye, and my head just went, mamas. Come here, mamas. Come here, kitty. Come here, mamas. Come here. Come here, mamas. Come here. Come here, mamas. Come here, pretty kitty. No, I want to hold you. Here, come on. I want to show you to the people. I want to show you to the peoples. Come here. Mamas, look back. Please. Thank you. Ah, my toe. Haha, remember, as a member of Gen Z, my phone and computer is my lifeblood. Very fair. Love my cat? Yeah, this is Mama's. She's fat, she's fluffy, and chonky. She's one of my mom's first cats that she ever got. She got Mama's from the shelter she used to work at, and she was a foster mom to a lot of kittens. And the kittens had gotten to the point where they didn't need Mama's as much. So Mom was like, "Hey boss, can I take this cat home?" And her boss quite literally just said, "Yes." So Mama's has been with us ever since, but before then she was just a happy little mama kitty. Oh, Mama's. Okay, you can go. Go on, Mama's. You're not gonna leave me, are you? Nope, she's just gonna sit right here. You wanna sit with me, Mamas? You wanna sit? Or do you want me to put you down because you're trapped? Huh? The way she is so cute. She's just sitting here and she's not doing much of anything else. She also sees my hair tie. Do you want me to put you down, Mamas? Nope, she's just sitting here. You said your boss oh. No, my mom was working at a shelter that Mama's used to live in, and that used to be in, and she was a foster mom. She was a foster mom to a bunch of kitties in the shelter, and she had to be retired because she wasn't giving milk to the kittens. So Mom talked to her boss and was like, "Hey boss, can I take this cat home? She's done her job. She's taking care of these kittens. They're old enough. So can I take her home?" And her boss was, "Yes, you can take her home. We'll make sure she's ready to go home." And then that's how we've had her ever since. And then, like, I think 2 or 3, or like maybe a year or 2 after, we got another cat named Frank. He is currently outside, probably hunting birds or mice or grasshoppers. I have no idea. That cat is only in or out of the house, outside of the house 90% of the time. So I've got Mama's, I've got Frank, and then we've got 2 doggos. We got a small Jack Russell Yorkie mix, I think he is, because he's a small dog, and he's about 6, maybe a year older. I'm not saying that. I hate that joke because that joke is such a common saying that anytime someone were to say it, drives me absolutely insane. And then we got another dog, and then we got a big dog. His name is Kodiak, and he's a big baby. He's the puppy of everybody. Oh, puppy. Come here, boy. How old is the cat? Oh, I see. So that was so sweet of the boss. I wish I have a good relationship like that with my coworkers. I don't, sadly. Love dogs and cats though. They are better than humans sometimes. So real. Okay. Kodiak. Kodiak, come here, boy. Okay. How old is the cat? Not 100% sure. I'm not sure. But anyway, Kodiak, look at me. That's Kodiak. He's our pupper. Mamas, be nice. She's got an attitude problem. But that's also because she's spoiled. And then Oso went outside. He's like 7 or 6-year-old. Kodiak is cute. He is cute. Also, me and my mom have said this a couple of times. His eyes are very unique. So you know how some dogs can either have heterochromia? His eyes are actually very different from heterochromia. Somewhat like it, but he also has... He's got one brown eye, and one of his eyes has like a pale blue outline on it, as well as a little bit of brown underneath that. It must have been a genetic thing. How hard is it to take care of a big dog and so many animals? I dread each time I have to pick up dog poop in the backyard, but I'm lazy. I also feed mine twice a day. We can't feed our dogs twice a day because then they get chunky and overweight. And it's not really that hard. They normally keep to themselves. Kodiak and Oso, they have social anxiety. We first got Oso when my mom got my mom and stepdad got Oso when they were living elsewhere. They were living in New Mexico, and they got Oso, and Oso was the runt of the litter, so he was small. You could fit him in both palms of your hands like this. He was that small. And then he grew up to be about like, if he was in my lap and sitting, his head would be right here. So he's a small dog. Kodiak we got on my brother's birthday, I think 2, maybe a year after. And then after that, we kind of not had any pets, but we got Kodiak because Oso had social anxiety anytime mom, my stepdad, me, or Grayson left, because there was nobody home, and he was constantly pacing the house, pacing the yard. And anytime he'd come home, he'd go into like this little alleyway between the fence and the fence in the house, which was like a little small alleyway. Me and Grayson could like ride our scooters on like the patio and stuff. And so we got Kodiak to help keep Oso occupied with to keep Oso occupied while we were gone. And then they moved to Colorado, and then a few years after they moved, they got Mamas, and then 2 years after they got Frank. So you could only have, in Colorado it's weird, you can only have 4, you can either have 4 dogs or 4 cats in your house, which is weird. But it's also very fair, because it's also noise complaints. There's a lot of things that dogs can do. They can tear up your yard. While Colorado right now, and you didn't know that. It's I don't know if it's all of Colorado. I just know there's, in some places of Colorado, there's a law saying you can't have more than 4 of an animal. Of a single animal. So if you have 4 dogs, that is your max amount for dogs. If you got a cat, that's okay. Or if you have 4 cats, you can't have any more than 4 cats. So I didn't know that. It was weird. My mom told me this, and I was so confused because I'm like, who the heck is going to get more than 1 animal. That makes no sense. But then I remember, oh yeah, because you got people, because you also have male and female dogs that are either not fixed and that could cause a couple of problems, like pups and litters and all this stuff. And then people realize, oh crap, we have to give these pups away. We have to do all this. We got to make sure people are getting animals so we don't get in trouble with police saying that we have more than one animal. So sometimes you'll be going around town and you'll see someone outside, and they're either like, there's even like this little playpen thing full of puppies, and then the mom is sitting outside of that playpen, and then there's like a sign that says puppies for sale or whatever kind of puppies. Because I've also seen Pomsky puppies when I lived in Oklahoma. There was this lady who across the street from where I lived there, and there were Pomsky puppies, and she wrote it on the back of her Jeep as well, Pomsky puppies for sale. They were the cutest, fluffiest puppies I have ever seen. And when I say Pomsky, I mean a Pomeranian Husky mix. So they were cute, they were blonde, they were adorable. So, yeah, I did not know that. A lot of people didn't know that. Very interesting. I got sidetracked, and I think I've been talking for more than 10 minutes. I gotta turn on my air conditioning because I think my dogs are burning up. Actually, don't know laws here, but that's so cute. Those puppy makes me want more than 2 dogs. You gotta be careful with what dogs you get, because some of them have social anxiety. Some of them get really lonely. So 2 dogs is actually not a bad thing. When I got my dog from the shelter, I wanted to get all of them. Going to a shelter, you want all of the animals because they're either cute or you just, it's just, but you gotta be careful because certain dogs, will they'll kind of get along, they kind of won't, which is one of the major things that dog owners have to keep in mind, is that, if you get one dog and they're perfectly fine, and then if you get another dog, but if you get a dog that isn't a puppy, those dogs are not going to like each other. They're going to fight for territory. They're always going to fight for territory. So when we had Oso, we had to make sure that Kodiak, or whatever dog we got, was a puppy before we ever brought another dog home. Because Kodiak and Oso probably would have been fighting if we didn't get Kodiak as a puppy. It's also the same way with cats. Mama's was older. We had to get Frank in order to make sure he knew Mama's was in charge, cat-wise. I also have social anxiety and feel lonely, to be honest. Might be nice having a dog that feels just like I do. Haha. Yes. Dogs are really good companions for people, especially big dogs and little dogs. There's a lot of controversy around pit bulls and bigger dogs and dogs that look aggressive, mainly because they're stereotyped. Big dogs that like pit bulls, Rottweilers, and Dobermans are all seen as aggressive and violent dogs because of how they're stereotyped. And it's not a good thing, because there are so many dogs who are stereotyped as aggressive and potentially dangerous that we don't understand, that we don't look at the actual problem that is with these dogs. These dogs are violent and aggressive because their owners, there are some owners out there who are really aggressive, and their dogs pick up on that because these dogs are living animals. They learn. Their brains function as their owners show their aggression. So, like a pit bull. I grew up with pit bulls. My aunt had pit bulls. She still does. Those pit bulls are the most loving and adorable dogs that I have ever seen. The most amazing dogs. They're cute. They're adorable. I even have a neighbor who has a pit bull. And she's little. She's cute. She's playful. Oh my gosh, she's just adorable. And then you have Rottweilers and Dobermans. If you raise these bigger dogs to be guard dogs and really, oh no, I've heard about the pit bull. I don't think it's universal for all dogs. English Mastiff is one of the biggest and most known for being gentle giants. Yes, dogs who are yes, it's mostly pit bulls, but it's also like Rottweilers, because movies make them seem so aggressive and dangerous that everyone slaps the label on the dog, and the dog is given a bad reputation because of a label that was seen in a movie. These movies are not even like, they're not intentionally doing it, but people are picking up because we're human. We pick up information. We look at these movies and we see, oh my God, this dog is aggressive. I can't have this dog in my house. With kids, think about this for a second. Have you ever seen a Rottweiler, a Pit Bull, a German Shepherd, or a Doberman physically attack a child? Quite literally. Have you ever seen any of these big dogs that are seen as aggressive attack a human unless provoked? You haven't. I've seen German Shepherds, and they can be tamed if you treat them in the right way, but if you abuse them, then they'll be abusive to the owners. They see these things, they take in this information. That is very real. Dogs their brains act like a human's, somewhat. They pick up information, they learn from their owners, because as puppies, that is when they are hurt. Puppies are seen to some owners, especially ones who are not nice, I'm gonna say it that way. I haven't. It's kind of like sharks, Jaws made them seem like man-eaters, but statistically that is not true. How do we think we can show people pit bulls, Rottweilers, and such aren't harmful? It's the way you look at someone. It's the way the dog is trained. If a dog is trained nicely, so to speak, and you see it walking down the street, or if you see videos of a Rottweiler or any dog scene that is normally portrayed as aggressive, then you'll notice there's a very big, large gap between assumption and reality. Pit bulls, Rottweilers, and all the other big dogs are good family dogs if trained correctly. If they are trained with hurt, with harm, with abuse, and all of the horrible things you can do to a dog, you are going to get an aggressive dog who fights back because that is now their natural instinct. Human hurts, dog must fight back. Which is why so many people see these dogs as hurtful and aggressive and dangerous because of how the dog was raised. A dog's behavior depends on how they were raised and trained. It's also like that with German Shepherds, especially ones who were police dogs. Like, they're trained in a certain way to quite literally hunt down a bad guy but not harm. That's why German Shepherds and most dogs are... I've even seen that it's not even just German Shepherds, it's also Golden Retrievers, who are police dogs, who are able to search for evidence and do all of these things that a police dog is supposed to do because they're trained to do it. They're not aggressive unless told to. If a criminal is getting aggressive and attacks, then the dog has full reason to attack but not harm. That's great advice. I think that's why animal abuse is so prosecuted so harshly, and as it should be. Hopefully more empathetic pet owners like you can raise dogs to be nice. Yes! Thank you. That really means a lot because I speak so highly of this. Because I also have an animation YouTuber that I like called Haminations. If you know him, then you've heard that speech before because he has a pit bull. The YouTuber has a pit bull, and this pit bull is absolutely the best family dog, and he was raised around pit bulls. Much like, well, I wasn't really raised around pit bulls, I just knew them because my aunt had them, but he grew up around pit bulls. He had, I think it was 4 plus his dog that he currently has. And he also spoke very highly that pit bulls are stereotyped as aggressive, mean dogs. Seemed like a great pet owner. Sorry if I can't remember all of your pet's names. It's first time here. Kodiak was cute though. He is cute. He's sitting by the door because he's waiting for me to turn on the air conditioning. It's been so hot all summer. Oh my god. My dog... Okay, so complete 180 from the very serious topic. So I think last week our dogs were outside, and he was... Kodiak and Oso were playing outside, and apparently, and it's starting to get to the time of season where skunks are out, and everything just ends up getting stinky and gross. So my dogs were outside, and apparently a skunk came by, and they were messing with the skunk, and the skunk sprayed both of them. Funny thing was, Kodiak took the brunt of that, and it was so bad. Me and my mom were sitting here in the living room, and then all of a sudden we just smelled skunk, and then Kodiak ran inside. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. Ugh, we had to deep clean the entire house. So we washed we washed Kodiak and Oso, and it was so bad. We had to use at first we used a mix of baking soda, Dawn dish soap, and hydrogen peroxide, I think, to get the smell off a dog. And Kodiak was the worst of it because he has a really thick undercoat after winter, and it gets so bad that it looks like he has a mullet when we don't take care of it. So when me and Mom were washing him, it was so bad because we had to rinse him, I think a couple of times because his hair was so thick. We even found out that in that dead undercoat were bugs. We're not sure if it was fleas or if it was something else, but he had bugs in his fur. And we were glad we did it with hydrogen peroxide. Otherwise, he probably would have been suffering from like fleas or ticks. But the good news is they were all eating the dead hair off of his undercoat, so he was all good. Oso wasn't as bad. The major difference between Oso and Kodiak is during bath time is that Kodiak doesn't like it. He tried to crawl out of the tub a couple times, and me and Mom had to scruff him a few times just to keep him in the tub. Also, on the other hand, he knew he got sprayed because he's like 6 years old, and he was like, okay, I know I got sprayed, just do what you gotta do, I'll stay perfectly still. And he did. He stayed still, and we were able to clean him off, make sure he was all good. He was more dirty than he was bug filled. It was mostly Kodiak because they were all stuck in his undercoat fur that was trying to come out. And then we dried them both off, and then they dried off while we had the air conditioner on high. Then the next day, my mom was at work for half the day, and then she came back to help me clean the house with vinegar and water. We cleaned the walls, we cleaned the floor. That sounds pretty intense. Rather live in the city or somewhere where less ticks and skunks. Serious question. Oh, we do not live in the city. We live in a small town. We live in a small town here in Colorado, close to the Four Corners. Where it's one of those small towns where it's a small area and everybody knows everybody. Like when my grandma lived here, she knew police officers left and right. And 3 of my uncles are police officers. One of them's a marshal in the next town over. And another one of my uncles does night shifts. And then the last one does morning shifts. So we kind of live in a small town where everybody knows everybody, and it's all barbecue, brunches and barbecues for a lot of people. So I live in a relatively small town. Anyway. But yeah. That was in the suburbs, and it's just an endless sea of houses. We have small towns out here. May want to live there one day. I've lived in the suburbs so long I forgot small towns exist. It's very, very strange because I've lived in a city before. I used to live up in Colorado Springs, and but it was not a good place to live. We lived in a very ghetto area of Colorado Springs, and it was so bad. Also, the rent was very bad because we lived in an apartment, and the apartment was garbage. Absolute garbage. So then my dad was like, okay, well, let's move somewhere else. Then we moved somewhere close to my grandma and grandpa who lived in Pueblo. I'm not going to give specifics. I'm just going to give cities and stuff. And my grandma and grandpa would take care of me and Grayson me and my brother after school. Also, speaking of brother, he, I think, has a YouTube channel. Here, please don't give specifics. Yeah. So we also lived in a suburb-like area. Kind of small town, kind of suburb. It was in the middle. But it was close. It was close to my grandparents, and we had a lot of fun. So, and then after that, rent got really expensive, and then we moved to Texas, and then we lived there for a year. After that, my dad met my stepmom on TikTok. It's a very interesting place to find to find someone on TikTok and then date for a while, and then but they met on TikTok because they were sharing political views, and I think they were meeting on like a live, or my dad made a TikTok. I don't know. But he and my stepmom got together, and then we moved to Oklahoma, and then that's where I finished school. And yeah. But I moved all over the place. I've been in suburbs, I've been in cities, I've been in small towns, mostly suburbs and cities because small towns aren't really a thing in Oklahoma. I mean, you got your occasional small town, but it's more suburbs and cities than anything. Ow. My arm. I hurt myself yesterday. And it hurt. It was real bad. My freaking foot took the brunt of the pain, though. My gosh, it hurts so bad. Love hearing about your dogs and just having a conversation. Thanks for the stream. Hope you have an amazing day and continue to give your dogs love and care that they deserve. Oh, thank you so much. And I hope it gets better too, because it it didn't hurt very long. It was sore. So what happened was I live with my mom and I have like 2 kid siblings. So I got 2 kid siblings. The youngest was messing with a John Deere Lego Mega Block dump truck, and he slipped as he was pushing it and he fell backwards. The oldest of my 2 kid siblings gasped, and I thought something horrible had happened because I am the oldest of all of them. So I was trying to get my gate open, and then what ended up happening was I couldn't get the gate open all the way, and my foot had hit the metal of the gate, and I fell forward, and my foot hurt. I hit my foot on the metal of the gate, and I scraped my arm, and I think I may have scratched the skin where my toe connects to my cuticle. It hurt. It really hurt. I was sitting in my room, and it was so sore. It was like pulsing with pain. I was like, ah. It hurt so freaking bad, dude. I hated it. Oh my god. It was so bad. Anyway, I originally made this live so we could react to the case study of Vanitas and write a story, which I haven't even... I don't know why, but my body just won't ticky-tacky on the keyboard. My hands are just hand gesturing, talking about dogs and everything, and then my brain is just sitting here like, oh my gosh, you have other things you gotta do. You can't keep talking about your pets. You can't keep talking about your opinions. You can't keep talking about your life story. Oh my gosh. And I'm just like, I need to go back to what I was originally doing. I need to go back to watching the Danny Motta video I have on my TV. I need to go back to writing my story. Oh my god, it's so bad. I can't focus. My ADHD. You know what? I might not actually do this. Okay, but first, I'm gonna pin this because I'm sick and tired of looking through Yahoo just to get Google. Because, what the fuck? Okay, that is being put away. Pardon me. So I'm gonna go put that away, and I'm gonna go get my art stuff. That way I have something better to do other than sit with a very not being used computer and not typing anything, even though that's what I said. But I'm gonna go get my art stuff, so you guys are kind of gonna not see me for a while. Hold on. I gotta go charge this. Because this is not my computer. I'm borrowing this computer. I'm borrowing this computer because... Oh shoot, that's not gonna plug in there. Damn it! Okay, well, it's off. That's all I care about. Okay. I gotta go get my art stuff. What artisan things? back. Jeez, where'd all my viewers go? No! My pen! My pen! No! No! Oh my gosh. Ah! Okay. Okie dokie. That's a lot of art stuff. I got my erasers and sharpeners. I got my pens that I got from the TikTok shop. Really good pens, by the way. I love these. I don't remember what they're called, I think. STA Pigment Liner, water-based, water-resistant. Got these off of the TikTok shop, and these are really freaking good. Let's see. You freaking kidding me, dude? Really? Ugh. I'm a mess. This is a live I haven't this is a live because I haven't I thought about doing a live because I couldn't figure out what to do. That and I was also really bored. I'm gonna turn this back on though.
More hottest seconds I've ever seen. That was like liquid female gaze. That was so the female gaze. It felt scientifically engineered. Like Japan assembled the nation's top minds to figure out the formula of arousing women. And then a few months later, they all came out of the lab like, we bring you 2 seasons of a show about gay French vampires.
Our work here is done.
You know what the worst part of this is? It's kind of working on me, too. Anyone else just feel good right now? Anyone else just feeling great? This opening is just a montage of some guy getting hyper enthused about art. Like, how can you not feel happy watching this? Oh, he's all tuckered out from his fun day at the museums. I don't even know who this is. That's how good this intro is. I have no idea who this character is. If somebody doesn't come in, take off his shoes, and tuck him into bed,
I'm straight up committing a homicide.
They say you're vampires.
We love Danny Motta in this house.
Terrible. That can't possibly be.
what a horrifying piece of news to just hang on a message board. Like, I don't know how else you would spread this news. But, like, this is pretty crazy, right? Like, imagine if you woke up one morning and got a Facebook notification that was just like,
This just in, there's ghouls now.
Vampires are only a joke, Jay. Perhaps not. My great-grandfather swears to have seen one. Please, it's nothing but a ghost story.
Please, your grandfather's nothing but a raving idiot. But he swears to have seen. Your grandfather's a raving lunatic, and you know it, Pierre! You fucking know it!
Pardon all of the freaking language going on, but this guy, oh my gosh, he's so freaking funny because of it.
Fuck, here
Because Mr. Save Your
The
Balance.
suit saw a woman faint from 30 yards away and turned into the world's most gentlemanly
T-1000.
Why does this guy look like a Studio Ghibli character? This guy looks like the hot human version of the cat from Studio Ghibli's The Cat Returns.
Are you sure you're feeling all right now? I'm happy to escort you to the infirmary.
Why do
Okay.
you sound like a dork? Are you sure you're alright?
Okay, so, hot take. The OSTs in the case study of Vanitas are so freaking good that I can't even understand I can't even tell you how good it is. Because this show is a Japanese anime based in Paris with French vampires, and I just love the show. That somehow someone in Japan took a show that is normally all of Japan is integrated in some kind of show. The person who created this show, who created the case study of Vanitas, quite literally took a very different direction and put it, oh my gosh, they put it in a completely different country, and where they speak a different language, and they still somehow made it really good, and I love it. I also love the art style. The art style is pretty good. I've kind of made a couple of characters in this art style. I don't know if I've taken a couple of other characters from different franchises and turned them into the case study of Vanitas style, but I have done that with Yu-Gi-Oh! MHA and Attack on Titan. I don't know where that one is, though. I took Yami Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! And I turned his art style from 3 different styles. So it was Yu-Gi-Oh!, MHA, and Attack on Titan. It took me a little while because Attack on Titan has more of a human facial expression or face shape. So that one was kind of difficult to gauge. That, and there's so much more detail. There's a lot of detail in a lot of things, but Attack on Titan has much more detail, like face lines, character design, and everything else. So I struggle. The most struggle I have with drawing characters is the design itself. It's all of the intricate details of an outfit or a character that I cannot gauge. It drives me a little up a wall, but it also makes me feel, okay, I can keep working at this, I can try and do this. So it's the same thing with Case Study of Vanitas, because if you look at the original drawings of Vanitas and Noe, there's more detail. Noe's vest has a pattern on his vest. Vanitas has a striped pattern on his vest, and there's more detail on the bow as well. There's like light blue stripes on the bow as well. And there's just more detail overall that I somehow cannot gauge on my characters itself, which is why I kind of steer away from giving so much detail and keep it at like a normal so my brain can comprehend how much detail is in there. And then I can try and work my way up to finer details as well. One of my examples is, that is in the very back. The flip. Where is it? Aha! Here she is. This is Seeker. She's like a Jack-in-the-Box trapeze assistant for my character Spade for the Freak Circus of Horrors. But this is the amount of detail that I can put into this, but I can't put into like a Case Study of Vanitas character because there's so much detail. I can't even make the Book of Vanitas out of a book and clay. That's how bad at detail I am. I can barely draw it too because there's so much intricate metal detail with like the repoussé of how it looks, like, you know, taking a piece of metal and putting it on I don't remember what it was. I don't remember, but there's a lot of detail that goes into these characters and everything else that I can't do it. Like all of their books, all of their clothes, it's just a design that I don't have. For some reason, I don't have anything for, because I can't do this necessarily. I can't design as well as other people can. It's also kind of a letdown because I'm normally working on limiting myself before I get to like big art, like extra detail and all that. These are baby hairs and they will not go away. I don't know what the heck my hair's deal is, but oh my gosh, those are awful. This side isn't as bad, but this side, oh my god. Did my mom accidentally botch my hair? Because as you can see, I got a pretty interesting haircut. I got half of my head shaved and then like a V in the back of my head. And oh my gosh, I think my mom accidentally missed a spot. Because good God. I think I might have to go put some hairspray in this. You know what? No. Nope. We're not fighting with our hair right now. We're continuing on with the main premise of this video, minus this writing a story part, because I kind of gave up on that because my mind won't do it.
Now, I'd be happy to escort you to the infirmary.
Stop it, her.
He's very warm. Okay.
Is that a fucking Pokemon? This thing hardly looks like a cat. Why can't it see in 3D?
So cold.
What, does she have a cold or something? Lady, if you've got a cold, you should not be riding this airship. Don't be giving everybody else your sniffles.
I happen to know without a doubt
That my target is inside this airship. Freaking Genshin Impact character.
This guy looks like a well-accessorized Rombo.
So you see, this trip to Paris is more of a necessity.
Don't give the actors a French accent.
Sometimes. Either make them say everything in French or nothing. It just sounds so silly to me. Like, imagine I open this video, like, how's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels? I'm sorry to announce, but I won't be putting out that much content in the near future. I'm taking a trip to Barcelona, and then I'll be spending a few months in Paris for a convention.
Mademoiselle, are you alright?
Don't touch me!
My favorite part of this whole video. Some poor janitor, the ship is gonna walk out and be like, are you fucking kidding me? All of them? Every lamp? Mr. Stelio Balance just turned into Mr. Stelio Kill.
What are you protecting this vampire for?
She sucks.
Get out of my way. Now.
Hang on, I gotta play that again because that was so fucking
Are
funny.
you fucking kidding me?
Oh, I went too far back.
Every lamp!
Oh well.
Oh, Mr. Save Your Balance
Just turned into Mr. Stelio Kill. What are you protecting this vampire for? She sucks.
Get out of my way. Now. Or you're in for a world of pain. That's not happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have found the sexual tension.
This dude is flabbergasted. Look at him, he's just like,
You promise?
The hourglass earrings, though, incredibly sexy. Astonishingly sexy. It's so sexy, it's making me completely ignore the football-sized bow he's got wrapped around his neck. This is a very...
Yeah, that's one of the things that Danny Motta is very funny for. He makes everything an issue, but also in a way that it doesn't take away from the character design. Because he said that Vanitas's bow is like football sized because, well, it's a big bow. And it's just so funny to me because he started this video with he started the first video of that whole season of that whole YouTube series and was like, what was it? That it was female gaze, that it was liquid female gaze, and that it was totally not gay. But everyone knows that people are going to make ships of this because Noe and Vanitas, they're like somewhat enemies, somewhat friends. And they quickly turn that into a ship, and the ship actually exists. It's called Van Noe because it's Vanitas and Noe. But then everyone's like, no, Van Noe sucks. It's more Jeanne and Vanitas. Like, okay, sure, that's the love story that the show is gonna give, but it's not gonna stop the fandom from making like stupid freaking ships that are also so cute, but also hinting towards unintentionally, and people who see this are more like, oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me right now? Really? And people do that involuntarily, or they do it voluntarily to just piss people off, and it does it for me. But I've also seen scenes in like MHA where it's like taking these two completely different characters on opposite sides of the coin and kind of like putting them in a position where it's like, yeah, this is the thing now, when the show really doesn't give any hints toward that, and everyone's just like, oh my god. But anyway, that's beside the point. But Vanitas's outfit is kind of ridiculous because he has a jacket 2 times his size, and he has a football-sized bow wrapped around his collar.
Sexy man.
The wire.
Ah!
Not a very sexy noise, though. This dude just turned into a rubber chicken. Can somebody get this bitch a Mucinex already? If I have to hear about this cold one more goddamn time.
How lovely it is here.
Think you took a
Wrong
turn,
turn, buddy.
The
The spooky room's
back
that way.
I don't know, is it just me, or does this Five Nights at Freddy's monster totally not belong in this beautiful flower garden?
Oh my god, it gooped all over her.
You know what? On second thought, this thing grabbing her by the cheeks and kissing her is totally in line with what I know about the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom.
Oh my god.
Oh, got
It
it!
gooped all over her.
What's the matter?
Don't mind my stupid ass
She's
laugh.
wearing too many damn clothes.
Clothes, that's the matter. Bruh, I don't understand why they did this.
You know what? It's about time somebody made getting attacked by a vampire look hot. Getting attacked by a vampire is objectively hot. Oh, I'm sorry, are vampires not sexy to you? Vampires are people who stay young forever, tear your clothes off, and then suck on your neck to turn you into their submissive slave. Yuck, disgusting.
What an unsexy creature. Bro.
I'm not cold. Not anymore.
Oh, let's go. Mucinex for the win.
Baby, I knew it would help, dude. You had classic cold symptoms.
Except for the black ooze coming out of your eyes. What the hell, lady? Mucinex. Something like, oh, wait a second.
What happened to my silly little
The vampire show. Let's be faster with this anime's opening.
Did anyone tell that guy what this show?
Anyway, I just want to ask, can you guys hear, other than me quoting Danny Motta, can you guys hear my TV right now? Can you like actively hear my TV? I really need to know if you guys can hear my TV. If you can't, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. But if you could quite literally ask, if you could tell me, if you can hear my TV or not, I would gladly like to read those comments, because I don't know if you can hear this besides me talking over and quoting Danny Motta, because I think I'm too loud and it's fighting over the TV.
It was about, because it's not about going to art museums and snoozing around. It's about goop coming out of your eyes and beating up demon chicks.
So the urge to drink blood, which is normally easy to suppress, became an uncontrollable compulsion.
Oh, is it? I thought vampires had an insatiable thirst for blood, not a hankering for it. Being a vampire seems pretty chill if the worst you get is a mild craving for blood. Hey, what are you thinking for dinner tonight? You want to do blood? Yeah, I can go for blood. I ate a kid last night, though. You want to do Mexican? Like people or tacos?
Like tacos.
Yeah, I could do tacos. Let's go with that.
On, you quack! Quit monologuing and get this done!
Stop interrupting my thing, Baldy!
I am not bald!
Objectively not bald. This dude's got tons of hair. What a fake insult. Maybe that's what
What makes it a good insult?
Like, not only is it a mean thing to say to somebody, but it's also annoyingly inaccurate.
You come to carry out her execution. Explain yourself.
Me, overall, that's a good
Don't just
one.
make French noises at me. You know I don't know what they mean. I know crepe
And I know ménage à trois. Those are the only two French words that in my vocabulary.
Oh, that's weird. Weird. I just
She's got crazy deja vu. What was the most French-sounding no I've ever heard from somebody?
Oh, you've got your PhD
In vampires.
do you? What school teaches classes in vampires? Suck University? Did you get your degree?
Yeah, suck you.
To be fair, though, you know how many kids would actually care about school if you could at least minor in vampires?
No.
Yeah, that would be so good if people could minor in vampires. If vampires were real. I'm not 100% sure they are. Actually, no, they're not, because they're just folklore.
That's so French of him.
For if you don't, you're in for a world of
Whack! Ping!
Okay?
Did he just die?
Die?
I noticed her catch your balance.
It's about to catch his balance.
But
The viewer wouldn't hear.
This
This
dude
would have straight up died.
just now. In any other circumstance, he would have fallen out of this airship and died. It's just crazy to think about. Like, no matter how competent this guy is, technically, he just killed himself here.
Tell me, what should I call you?
No way.
Noah. Child of the Ark.
You mean Noah? Like Noah's Ark? Because it's not Noah's Ark. This guy could be talking about a different Noah or a different Ark, because something's not adding up here. What does the name Noah mean? It's gotta mean something. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I am called Vanitas. The vampire of the blue moon left to me his name as well as his famed grimoire. Yet I am but a human.
What? His name is
He's just as confusing as Noah's. This is how he's Vanitas, except psych, no he's not. And it's not team up with named Noah from the Bible, except psych, no he's not.
Wonderful! You'll start immediately.
No.
I'm sorry, all I heard from you was a resounding yes.
Oh. Psych, no they're not.
Noah and Vanitas feel like every Bungo Stray Dogs character split into two people. And I can pinpoint which characters went into which. Vanitas is Dazai mixed with Rampo, and Noe is Atsushi
Mixed with Kukida.
How this Vanitas would meet his end. By my own hand.
Of course that's how this episode ends. It's like how 90% of all Wattpad stories end their first chapter. His baby blue eyes were so piercing, so enthralling, and soon they would be completely lifeless by my hand. Just like wildly predictable ending. You know what isn't predictable? Just how good all of the content on my Patreon is. Yeah, here my...
Nope. Nope. Moving on.
So if you want to see me react to Blue Lock, Food Wars, and whatever third show I end up picking...
My grandfather told me about them. There's a curse.
Oh, hello, Louis.
Whose is it?
There's a curse? Whose is it?
The vampire of the blue moons, of course.
Hey, are you okay?
Why does Baby Noe sound like a cigarette addict with a lisp?
Noah! Come play with us!
Is the fucking sky broken?
Broken?
Why does
What's
the moon look like a
baseball stuck inside a window?
Hey, Vanitas.
Noah.
You need to explain to me where we're inside a prison cell?
Noe waited until his ass was in jail before
We're asking why he was
under
arrested.
Oh, hello, officers. Oh, thank you for these bracelets. They fit quite snug. Ooh, you're leading me into some sort of cage, it seems. Well, be back soon. I'll get awfully lonely without you here. Okay.
Wait, am I in
Wait,
jail?
am I in jail?
I was just an innocent bystander, so why am I in prison too?
As I told the police that you were my ride or die partner in crime. Obviously!
They are the entire cast of Bungo Stray Dogs, and I cannot believe this was written by a different man.
Person, probably.
He's asking me to steal or destroy it. So what does my teacher want me to do with that grimoire?
Ask
The
questions
English book.
earlier. It's so too late to be wondering what your teacher wants you to do with the book. Ask that before you leave to go find the book.
I think I understand now. I said no.
Personally, because I don't
Personally
care for you very much.
Look at this show literally creating its own stickers right now. This show's just like, I mean,
We're not saying we want you to make fan art.
We're
We're
just
just
saying
saying we
if you
did.
you know,
Here's some pretty cool sticker designs. Those are fucking flower petals.
Jesus Christ, what is the fucking confetti budget in Paris? No wonder the peasants revolted. Imagine wondering every day whether or not you get to eat that night, while your government dumps 30% of the country's funds into the glitter industry.
The invitation from the count said we needed to go and retrieve our things. Both what the police took and anything that was left on the airship during all the chaos.
How the fuck did he do that? The man took off his hat and there was a bird in his hat. You tell me the man was wearing a bird all day? That's impossible.
He has to be magic.
After the war with mankind, vampires were forbidden from attacking humans. And before long, most of them vanished beyond the barrier.
Weirdly
This is a specific law, guys.
I feel like
Everyone should be forbidden from attacking anyone.
Maybe I'm just a little too progressive for France. So before the war, was there not a law saying vampires couldn't attack humans? Just make attacking
Illegal.
like across the board.
Don't move. That's how you greet invited guests? Can't say I feel very welcome.
Silence, loud. Oh, fuck you. The L world.
I've been curious to meet the human who has so brazenly taken up the name of Vanitas.
Who tried to grill this poor orc? This dude looks like a Legend of Zelda monster got hit with a waffle iron.
I want both the Book of Vanitas and Amelia Ruth returned to me at once.
But Vanitas, Mademoiselle Amelia is out of danger. So why do you need...
I spent all night rizzing her up. What do you
You think I was...
I'm here for?
What, you thought I was doing that for my health?
You couldn't be more mistaken. I didn't bring you here to entertain us with your ridiculous claims about this grimoire, but to squeeze you like a grape until you tell me what you're planning.
You promise?
The vampire attacks sowing chaos throughout Paris are the...
That like wasn't even the proper French pronunciation that time. What is Paris? You didn't do either accents right.
So you will help me. I knew you'd come around eventually.
Let's make one thing abundantly clear. I'm not helping you, you're helping me. Oh, so now is the top.
Not the buttons.
Hey, Bonnie.
That bat's the size of a grape.
Can somebody like finish drawing this character? I hate the way this guy looks. He looks like somebody got halfway through drawing anime fan art of a Gravity Falls character and then just gave up. He looks like a cross between a 40-year-old Chuya, a pumpkin, and
A
a
werewolf.
So following this bat will get us where we need to go.
Exactly.
Hey, wait a second, it's like a
It's whole ass daytime right now. Also, that bat's the size of a grape.
Do you just walk around in the daytime and your bats are lame? These are
You're
like
horribly vampires.
Oh my, was that the Vanitas? He's got the most adorable face, doesn't he?
What did you do? Follow me here, Johan?
nice run, Johan.
You look like a schoolgirl who's late to class.
Never
Who trusts somebody who scampers?
Nobody's
At least
ever
never
scampered.
scampered with good intentions.
That's him.
A joke.
Thomas Bale, no. Go and stop it!
Oh, I think I have a night. Jesus
Christ, do I
he's
need
not
a
vampire.
vampire?
You can't just
Shut up, dude.
Yeah, you got a great spiral on him, and a throw like that could definitely take you to state championships.
But he's not a football.
Vanitas collided with that dude head first. I loved it if he just exploded on impact. And then, like, Noe was just like, I think I have an idea.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Amazing. You incapacitated a curse bearer so swiftly.
We're really about to go up against a green chess piece and an Assassin's Creed character dressed as a wedding pastry.
This book isn't a toy, so why don't you try asking again when you're a couple feet taller, shorty?
Vanitas, you are
4'11". You are
the
required
required
height to
be
be
considered
an
an
adult male.
You are in
No
position
position
to be
to be
judging
judging
anyone
anyone.
for being short.
I imagine you'll be severely punished for what you've done.
I refuse to allow you to have that book.
Yay!
However, you're welcome to do as you see fit with Vanitas himself.
Boo.
Am I watching the abridged version of this?
There is no abridged version there, Danny Motta.
He's so unhinged, I can't get a read on his personality because it's so insane. Like, on one hand, he's a doctor, so I keep expecting him to be confident and calculating. But on the other hand, his doctorate's in vampires, so
So he's weird and quirky too.
Will nothing convince you to hand over that book?
How is this dude making a collared shirt, a vest, a bow, and a jacket look slutty? He's wearing the most layers I've ever seen on a man, and he still looks like a whore.
Over 1,000 vampires betrayed the
Dude,
to silence humanity.
this is a very good point.
Instead, a single for all, screw them all.
I like how they're making this poor voice actor scream all of this exposition. Okay, so next we're gonna have you explain the lore surrounding the human-vampire war.
Okay, cool.
Sounds
Sounds
easy
easy
enough.
enough.
Also, your character is sprinting and terrified. Oh,
Never mind, I meant fuck you.
We're in trouble.
Whee!
Hey, no wonder Noe ends up killing Vanitas. I'm surprised he hasn't
Killed him already.
They made it seem like this show was going to end with Noe killing Vanitas in a super tragic and dramatic way. But I'm starting to wonder if he just ends up accidentally snapping his neck or something. I mean, as far as I can tell, he just shattered every bone in Vanitas' body with that shove.
So it's really no wonder that vampires are afraid of this old grimoire.
Yes, but power to do something and actually doing it are still two different things.
Wow, sounds like Noe is really into workplace relationships. Just because there's a power dynamic doesn't mean a boss shouldn't be able to sleep with his secretary. I mean,
We
why
might even have a
secretary
secretary.
if you're not gonna sleep with her?
Oh, that's the end of the episode.
That's
That's an embarrassing joke to
go
go out on.
So far, it's good. It's fine. It's very pretty. But it hasn't like hooked me yet. I love the setting. I like that it's something different from what I've seen before. Especially in terms of like a vampire story. I like the idea of French vampires for some reason. Love the animation. Love the art style. Love all the colors. It just like plot-wise hasn't fully gripped me. And character-wise, it hasn't yet. Because it does just feel like bungo characters on the surface. But that's just because we haven't had a lot of like time to develop them yet. But if you like this video and you want to see me react to more case study of Vanitas, make sure you consider leaving a comment and liking the video as well. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what jokes from this video were
Moving on.
boys, girls, and squirrels, and welcome back to another episode of the case study of Vanitas.
Finally.
I don't know how long my hair was in the first Vanitas video I made, but I can tell you it was shorter than this, or longer. I truly don't know. I recorded my reactions to episodes 1 and 2 of the case study of Vanitas 4 months ago. I recorded that first video November 10th, 2023. It is February 10th, 2024. And at the time of recording this, that video still isn't out. I was gonna release it, months ago, and then Madoka sort of consumed my life. I'm kind of glad it did, because that's like my favorite anime of all time currently. But I'm finally back. You knew I would be, except no you didn't. Nobody knew I watched this show to begin with. But I'm back, and I'm excited to see what my 2 gay little vampire boys are getting up to. It's a really gay month for my channel, isn't it? I mean, every month is a pretty gay month for my channel, now that I think about it. But this month specifically, I got this and Heaven Official's Blessing rolling side by side with each other. It's like February. Welcome to February, everybody. If your name's Gary, this is your month. Except no, it isn't. It's probably gonna release after February. God, what a
Waste of an intro this was.
We're watching Vanitas.
Yep, there's the quack.
There's the quack.
Hellfire
Fire witch?
Damn, you really threw his whole Bambosi into that line.
A hellfire witch? Damn it!
How disappointing. The young warrior maiden who dashed across the battlefield, laying waste to countless members of her own kind.
Does anybody else feel like something in this image just doesn't belong? Look at this nearly photorealistic looking mecha arm just photoshopped on top of this anime girl. Not to mention the fact that you got this Victorian England chick wearing 1/8 of a Gundam. Look at her, she looks like a wedding pastry. She looks like a strawberry dipped ice cream cone.
I am called Vanitas. The vampire of the blue moon left to me his name as well as his famed grimoire. Yet I am but a human.
Yeah, nothing screams I'm just a human like your shadow turning into a giant bat mid-monologue. Fucking classic standard human activity going on here.
You passed! You passed, Vanitas!
There's no choice left. I shall make an exception. I shall reveal my true form to you, witch.
Ooh, you gonna take off your dainty little glove?
Vanitas, you're so improper. Behave.
Does that have to do with the dainty little glove? Because that was a little more improper than I was expecting.
He used a curse bearer as a mere chess piece, and then...
Yeah, punched a woman without so much as a moment's hesitation. Yeah. What a jerk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you guys miss the part where that woman was gonna shred him with a giant mechanized lobster claw? How is Vanitas the rude one in this situation?
I know who you are. You take the form of a wolf and haunt moonlit nights, seeking the lifeblood of young women.
Is there a werewolf-related reason for him hunting only women, or is this dude just kind of a freak? Please, forgive me. I couldn't control myself, but for the curse of the dreaded full moon. My bloodlust was insatiable. Cool,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
oh,
no,
okay.
okay.
Why
Why
you
only attacking women, though?
The moon,
Yeah,
well,
no, it's that. Well,
that's
yeah,
the
it's.
thing.
I
really
don't think
werewolves,
werewolves are
like
sexist,
typically.
typically.
Hey, come on, we're all just being silly little wolf guys here. No need to, come on, no need to take this up with HR or anything.
I shall restore your true name!
The effects in this show are so cool. This show has such a sick color palette. It's a lot of blues and reds and whites that all mix really well together. Like, I joked before about Jean looking like a wedding pastry, but this whole show has like the aesthetic care of like a really good baker, you know? It also does a great job at making what should be a really mundane and boring scene feel exciting. You know, considering the fact that Vanitas is literally just reading a book at this guy right now.
Think you can handle that?
He says he can stop the Hellfire Witch without a fight, and I'm inclined to believe it.
Too late, right? Like, way too late. 3 people are already bleeding. We're way beyond ending this without a fight. This has, by definition,
Been a fight.
I beg you, sir.
What the hell? Turned on?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Where have those tears come from?
You're acting so feeble.
What the hell? Why did he get turned on? This guy's-
Stop it!
You're telling me
This is
Mr.
too
I
much.
don't know how to
My
fight
goat,
a
my own
lion
size
size
is
of
a
baking
fucking thing.
Mr.
Oh, until the biscuits. Let me just check my dangling earring. Is a top.
I take back what I said, Hellfire Witch. It's true that you've grown weak, but somehow that weakness makes you appear all the more beautiful.
Get your knee out of her cooch, you fucking weirdo! You know, for a guy whose sole weapon is a book, he sure doesn't know how
In
to
a
read
Rita
a situation.
situation.
Holy shit, he rizzed the weapon right off of her.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. Not listening to that.
Hopelessly enraptured.
Oh my god!
Oh my god,
he
Mr.
actually
We kissed her.
Oh my
Ladies,
God,
ladies and gentlemen. We
Ladies and
we have
ourselves
a
a
kiss. Japan knows what kissing is. This is not how
these scenes
kissing
usually
go.
Usually there's like 40 seconds of unwarranted sexual tension before the show eventually breaks it up and goes, that wasn't sexual, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, that's like the entire premise of Heaven Official's Blessing. Definitely not great that quirky little Vanitas took advantage of this woman in her time of desperation, though, right? Is Vanitas
the villain?
I don't know, I just feel like no hero has ever sexually assaulted a woman in broad daylight and then licked his lips over it.
Danny, what are you talking about? She loved it. She was asking for it.
Did you see what she was wearing? Did you see the giant red claw?
That look only makes me want you even more.
No one has ever done with it and gone in for seconds.
I have fallen for you, Shauna. I swear that I shall adore you for the rest of my days. Please make me the happiest man on earth. Only say that you will be my blushing bride.
Dude, get this
You
woman
went to a hospital. You're gonna be married to a corpse if
About
it's 12 hours.
She doesn't get a werewolf who is treated.
What are you doing to my son, you insolent scoundrel? You step away from her! No!
Am I supposed to
I'm
be
being
rooting
for this kid because I am.
This dude was killed so hard. Weren't you just with this guy? This is the werewolf dude, right? How did you let him escape long enough for somebody to corkscrew all of his limbs and then drain all of the blood from his body? Maybe you guys actually pursued this dude instead of standing around watching Vanitas ruin a woman's night. You would have actually caught him.
Whose name shall I touch next? Gather round, everyone. The delightful parade of Charlotte is about to begin.
Oh my god, he was killed by a shrinking JPEG.
Hold on a second. Did you meet both of us?
Well, certainly. I assumed you were that human's caretaker, isn't that right?
Why are you using your puppy dog voice to talk to him? You two will be staying in a hotel for the duration of your stay in Paris.
Hold on a sec.
You
You mean both of us?
Oh yeah, the both of you will be staying together. Oh yes you will. Oh yes you will.
They suddenly found themselves in a thick fog. witness the
My
parade
stupid-
of charlatans.
Yo, at least I got a free parade voucher for turning into a Malnovan. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sick. Yeah, it's not worth turning into
To
a
a
monster
monster.
over. You know how many curses turn you into a demon
and
don't let you see a parade?
Humbly requested that I provide assistance with everyday affairs during your stay in Paris.
An archiviste.
The fangs that lay bare blood.
Oh, what is
What's
Noe
Noe's
some sort
blood?
of vampire
Vampire
gang
gang
member?
member?
Does he come from some line of evil vampires or something? Super unsurprising, considering I just by default assume all vampires are evil.
There's no need to fear. Even if you choose to drink it,
Ah!
you've seen all of me there is
I got
to
it.
see.
Is this not,
Not
just
just
Vanitas
Vanitas with a mole. No, it's not. It's his best friend, Louis, who died.
They were able to read people's memories by drinking their blood, but I heard that they all died out a long time ago.
Oh, that's a sick power. I love whenever a property, like, adds new powers or lore to vampires. That's always so cool to me. I don't know why Vanitas was acting like Noe is part of the vampire Yakuza.
Yakuzas.
though. Okay, hey,
Hey,
why
why
don't you
do you
taste
taste
it? Can't you read people's memories by drinking their blood? What does the arm lick have to do with any of that? What are you, just a picky drinker? Like you wouldn't have read her memories if she tasted bad? Do you have to drink her blood straight out of her arm? I feel like I'd rather bleed into a dish and have him drink it out of that than have a dude's head clamped onto my forearm, drinking the juice out of me. Dude, this is a sick parade. I'm not saying it's worth turning into a demon for. I'm just saying this is a pretty generous curse. That fucked me up. I love that this is a low-key horror anime. That was like the scariest looking thing I've ever seen in an anime. The horror imagery in this show is so scary, considering the opening theme is just a silly little gay French boy enjoying different art museums.
How I've missed my dear fiancé. Ooh, pardon? Huh?
Oh yeah, you disappointed there, Vanitas? Are you disappointed that the girl's taken or that Noe is? I can go back and replay the show's opening if you need.
This is Dominique Dessard. We're not betrothed, she's just my childhood friend. That machine on the floor is her attendant, Chrysler.
Dude,
What
that's
the
sick! It's like a bubble machine for
Roses.
roses. Do you know how high my confidence would be if I had a little machine following me around, treating me like I just put on the best Broadway performance in history?
Gonna borrow Nori for a short while. Huh?
Wait, Dobby, where are you dragging me off to now?
I don't know, looks like a pretty normal engagement to me. Am I right,
Fellas.
Seriously though, you might want to take that off me for Vanitas sees. You don't want him sniffing out any of your sub energy.
Lord Raven is going to be there tonight. According to rumor, he's been conducting some independent
Oh my
research on the
God.
subject of curse bearers of late.
Seems like a pretty normal marriage to
Take
me.
off the fucking
Am
leash.
I
Was
right,
this
fellas?
not a bit? Why are you letting her drag you around like a dog right now?
Oh god, my favorite part.
Nice! No fuck what I tell you. Dude, Vanitas can smell the submissiveness from a mile away.
Look at me,
He's
he's like,
I'm
I'm gonna spank you, bitch!
Why did you follow us, human?
Because it was painfully obvious you wanted to separate Noah with me.
What gave it away? The fact that she brought him into the no,
No
human
human
dimension?
dimension or the leash.
As often as I come, it's always the same.
Altis?
Howdy.
Hey guys,
think your mood is stuck.
You guys better figure that shit out before a giant spider comes along and eats it. Yo, actually, that would
That'd
be
be
a
a
sick
sick
idea
idea.
for like a Bloodborne style project. Like a moon caught in a web that either hatches into like a million little cosmic spiders, or a moon caught in a web that a giant cosmic spider strolls on up to and devours. How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels? You might notice I'm wearing a different outfit and it's way darker outside. That's because the second I finished watching that episode, all the electricity in my whole goddamn house went out. The moment I was done watching episode 3, no power. Lost the whole video. Fucking 8 hours and $70 later, I managed to recover the footage. So it's there. Now I gotta record the next half of the video. Cool. Isn't that sick? Doesn't that just boost the morale right on up? On to the next one.
The world
The second I finished that episode, all the power in my house went out.
Paracelsus.
Great alchemist. This dude only had a Paracelsus. Imagine having only 2 Celsius. Fucking pussy. That sucked.
That was not good. I used to be funny.
Just beyond the human domain, there lies another realm, wherein the entire mortal world has been replaced with formulas.
Wait, what? This might actually be interesting. I can't tell if this is super interesting or really stupid. Because isn't our realm technically just made up of formulas?
Possible to rid existence of its ills and steer humanity toward total happiness.
So it's like some kind of math dimension, like where everything is replaced by formulas that you can easily manipulate. It's like kind of interesting as far as theories formed by fictional alchemists go. Like that's kind of cool and creative.
Minerals with a blue radiance, and the emergence of humanoid beings with crimson colored eyes.
Wait, yeah, no, that is cool. So this alchemist basically fucked with the mathematical structure of the universe, and it messed up a bunch of things. That's neat. I like that. That's super interesting. Weird that the result was glowing flowers, glowing rocks, and vampires, though. Kind of felt like we were doing a pattern, and then all of a sudden, vampires.
Steam locomotives, streetlights, and many other innovations, all powered by astromite.
This is some fun lore I really didn't expect to get in this show. The narrator goes on to explain that in the same way that astromite was created by messing with the chemical formula of coal, vampires were created by messing with the formula for humans. I do like that this show comes up with an explanation as to why vampires exist in this world, and I also like how wildly out there and creative it is. I was just so fully prepared to accept that this is just a world with vampires. You know, I really didn't need the explanation, but it's appreciated.
I expect I'll enjoy it even more as time goes by.
Yeah, that
Because I know I'll have you to accompany
is very interesting.
my darling little kitten.
Don't love that.
That-
You just never want to hear a grown man call a little boy his darling little kitten. Especially one sitting on his lap.
You're not planning to wear those dowdy clothes, are you?
If you're about to change, can you please take off my collar?
No, buddy. If she's getting naked,
you want the collar on.
This is the only time it's acceptable for you to be wearing a collar. What kind of sub are you?
Did I make a mistake by bringing Vanitas with us? I figured it would be a good idea to have him around if our intention was to learn more about curse bearers.
That is
That's
not
not what happened.
Vanitas sprinted through the portal and then latched onto you. What are you apologizing for? Also, why does this cat fucking hate
Vanitas.
But I should have considered how that might make you feel. I'm sorry, Dummy.
You
You
absolutely should not have considered her
her
feelings.
feelings.
What? This woman blasted into your meeting with a literal spotlight stealing machine,
Slapped the collar on your neck and dragged your ass out.
Nobody's feelings were considered at any point of that plan.
Dummy.
Whoa, okay, okay,
So good.
okay. I don't know if that's allowed for YouTube.
Oh, never mind. I guess Japan's back to not knowing what kissing is. What? I mean, she obviously wants him to drink her blood. I mean, you're the one making it sexual. But alas,
Alas, 'tis I.
he should be sucking.
Why does Danny Motta do this? I swear, every
This should
time.
absolutely be Noe's default outfit. If Noe were a fighting game character, this would absolutely be his second costume that everyone would choose over his base form.
Oh my god.
Lelouch Lamperouge. Why wouldn't you dress like this 100% of the time?
Oh my
Please
nose.
stop fooling around.
Fooling around. What about your little dalliance? While I was sitting right outside the door.
My little what? What are you?
I can't believe Vanitas is actually jealous. But since this show's one part innuendo and one part actual sex, I can't tell if Vanitas wants Noe to suck him or fuck him.
Ah!
Scream and cry all you want. No one is coming to rescue you.
Low-key, love where this is going. Oh my god, relax. If the show's allowed to be horny, then so am I.
Look at that! They have automatons here! But I heard that vampires mostly dislike human technology.
What could this thing possibly offer to society? What does this thing do? It doesn't have any limbs. At most, it looks like an adorable popcorn machine. Never be without popcorn again with JB Popcorn's
Popcornatron.
Not right now.
Oh, lame. This isn't torture, it's knife practice.
My first step should have been burning my existence into your feeble little brains forever.
I like that Vanitas is like a theatrical anarchist. Kind of reminds me of V from V for Vendetta.
What sort of power has been bestowed upon me as a result?
Kill that man. Tear him limb from limb before it's too late.
Wow, okay, well this is backfiring. Maybe it wasn't a great idea to show up to Vampire Prom and be like, remember that man
Who
who
gave
gave
you
all
all
vampire
vampire
AIDS?
That's me, baby.
And your savior! And you will
Yikes.
find yourself redeemed.
1 second, guys.
Meant to condemn
Almost fell over. Damn.
Vanitas, nobody's going to thank you for not giving them vampire AIDS. You should be not giving people vampire AIDS by default.
What on earth is that dreadful man doing here? Ugh, his human stench is enough to turn my stomach.
Holy shit, this is a boss fight if I've ever seen one. Like how most people at this ball are just wearing regular suits and dresses and then like maybe a tiny little mask. And then this girl rolled up to the party wearing a full
Oh, that
kimono.
fell on my toe and it hurt.
Are you alright?
It fell on my toe and it hurt.
Music?
It sounds more like noise.
Well, it's definitely music. I don't think the kid was asking for your review of it. Is that music? You call this dribble music? A toddler could carry a better tune than this.
Eesh.
Jesus, vampires are worse at handling a pandemic
Make than we are.
Hey, if vampires can just like turn feral at a drop of a hat and go on a murderous rampage, maybe don't host a big fucking ball with hundreds of them. You know, just a thought.
I wonder if that unbearable sound could be triggering this.
I like this guy. He's alright. Does he do anything other than respond inappropriately to dire situations, or is that like his primary function?
What's wrong, dear?
Fucking what do you mean, what's wrong, dear? So many things are wrong right now. If she isn't turning into a monster, she's probably having a panic attack and seeing a room full of people start to eat each other.
I'm open to Shana.
Bruh.
Surely you jest. Disdain to accept blood from a filthy human like you.
I feel like human blood is some premium shit. Vampires usually love that stuff. It's like the main conflict point of every vampire story.
What's gotten into you? My fangs could kill you.
What do you mean, what's gotten into him? He's always been a freak. This dude is just looking for a quick suck right now. Alright, shut up and get drinking.
No matter what happens, the fact is I'm in love with you.
Bruh.
Drink with me, Shana.
Okay. Okay. This right here, this lovely episode, this scene is freaky. I will admit, because it is. I watched this and I was like, hang on a second. Hold on. This episode showed me one scene, and it was actually voluntarily letting someone drink your blood. That's okay, Domi. Go ahead, pop off, he's your best friend. But the second we get to this scene near the end of the episode with Vanitas and Jun, my brain just goes, hold up, what is going on? And I myself watched it, and I had to turn the volume completely off because it sounded so unholy. It sounded so unholy. I can't even believe that this is, I don't know if this is rated PG-13. Also, I can't watch this anymore on Hulu because Hulu apparently has expiry dates for shows. Kodiak, you stink. You stink. Anyway, but that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I cannot believe that this show actually has sexual tension. Sexual tension, drinking blood, which in this show it explains that the venom that comes from a vampire's fangs, it actually acts as an aphrodisiac, which means it numbs the area, but it also gives like a sense of, as Vanitas explained it, it gives it a sense of, it's a numbing agent, and it's also it makes the area sensitive when bitten. And it also causes like pleasurable feelings. So I can understand why that's a thing, because everyone incorporates vampires drinking blood with them having some kind of numbing agent or something else. And it's just very interesting to me, that, and it's also kind of freaky, because yes, you want your, yes, a vampire wants its prey pliant, you want it to do what the vampire wants, numb the area, keep them compliant, but also keep them from not dying. Which comes another fact. Vampire, apparently in folklore, in people who have explained vampires, say that vampire saliva also has like a healing agent as well. Don't know how that works at all. But apparently it's supposed to clot the area that was bitten and stop from whoever they drank from dying, in a sense. Not 100% sure. I'm not an expert on vampires. It's folklore. It changes depending on where you are, but sure. Whatever. Okay, I'm bored. Ooh, I got an idea. Let's watch Danny Phantom EXE. Can you beat Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach without Freddy? No. Emperor's New Groove is a fucking masterpiece. Everything great about Jurassic Park 3? Every time the villain should have won, they were cheated. Interesting. Film theory, what did FNAF 2 even tell us about the lore? I don't know. But the games randomly switch every 10 seconds. What the flip? Can you really swim away from Alcatraz, the shark reality? Probably not. Apparently they're coming out with a second Coco. You know what? We'll go with more Pars.
Just passed a tax cut for Rich. Not those guys. My name is Rich. I'm keeping $2,700 this year.
My wife and I are saving $3,200.
My feelings get 4,200 back.
Here's to being a little richer.
My skin?
Oh my gosh, ads.
Venus extra smooth sensitive with skin soft blade.
Go away. Don't care.
Oh yeah, has a lot of spiders, but Ray recently we found a new one.
Because of course we fucking did.
And the new one is the most certified Australian moment I've ever seen. For a bit of context, one of the several thousand spider species we are home to is the Sydney funnelweb, the deadliest spider on the planet. Because of course it's down here. Where the fuck else do you think you were going to find it? These scary looking fuckers are highly venomous and can flatline you with a bite in 15 minutes. And if you think wearing thick clothes will save you, be aware the bastards have fangs long enough to punch through shoe leather. Now, why do I bring these little nightmares up? What is the one thing worse than a spider rocking armor-piercing rounds that can send you to heaven with same-day delivery? A bigger spider rocking the same perk setup. That's right, Australian scientists have found a brand new species of this funnelweb that is even bigger. How much bigger? Well, the standard Sydney funnelweb grows to around 5 centimetres or 2 inches. And I mean, if you're asking me, 2 inches is more than enough. 2 inches is actually fucking huge. By comparison, this is the new one. It's twice the fucking size, cunt. 4 inches of 8-legged menace to the animal kingdom. But that isn't even the best part. You see, do you know what they named this thing? Do you know what professional scientists named a supersized version of the most dangerous spider on the entire fucking planet? The Newcastle Big Boy.
Deadliest spider on the entire fucking globe. Big boy.
Only in Australia. Platypus are weird, but I'm not sure you quite understand just how fucking weird. So everyone knows the basics. They lay eggs, they sweat milk, and they look like God hit randomizer on Spore Creature Creator and just called it a day. But you see, mate, that's barely even scratching the surface of weird platypus features. First up, as is the qualifier for any Australian animal, did you know they're venomous? No, I'm not fucking with you, you heard me correctly. Male platypus actually have venomous spurs on their hind legs. These spurs are multi-purpose, acting as defence from predators, as well as a tool for throwing hands with other male platypus during mating season. And while their venom is non-lethal, that doesn't mean that getting stung by them doesn't fucking suck. See, platypus venom can cause extreme pain and swelling, and to ensure you remember not to fuck with them again, these effects can last for several months and have no treatment or antivenom. So if Perry stabs your shit, your only option is to cry about it. Next on the list of offensive capabilities, I shit you not, platypus share the same hunting method as sharks. You see, that big ass bill isn't just for show, as it contains enough surveillance equipment to make the CIA blush.
Oh my god.
It changes in pressure in the water, but most importantly, containing electroreceptors that track electrical signals from muscle contractions made by their prey. Meaning that when whatever they're chasing starts quaking in fear, they know about it. And last but not least, as if those things weren't already unbelievable, we recently discovered something new. Platypus are fucking biofluorescent. They glow. If you hit these things with a black light, they go bright fucking green. And the best part of that is, we have no clue why they do it. I guess it just means Perry was a biblically accurate platform. Man, I'll give up, man. Who fucking designed this thing? Stepping on this rock could straight up paralyze you. That's because this isn't actually a rock. That is a stonefish, a species of underwater menace native to Australia. And coming as a surprise to absolutely no one, it is also the most venomous fish in the ocean. Because of course it is. As if the fucking snakes and spiders weren't enough, now I can get packed up by a pet rock. But why
By a pet rock.
Such a threat to my mental health. We see stonefish use their special venom for defence. However, unlike most other animals that do this, this little doesn't have the decency to dress like a neon sign to warn you. No. This bastard is a 6th prestige prop hunt veteran, having evolved some of the most impressive camouflage in the animal kingdom to make hunting easier. And once they've set themselves up, they are basically indistinguishable from Patrick Starr's house. Now, this is a fairly major problem as they love to live in the shallows on the beach, and that venom we talked about earlier is stored in these 13 giant, highly toxic spines that deliver venom when pressed on. You can probably see where I'm going with this. Considering it's hard enough to spot these things while you're paying attention, if you were, say, on a romantic walk along the beach with one of the homies, and while distracted by his ethereal beauty, weren't paying too much attention to where you were walking, it would be very easy to place your foot in the wrong spot and step directly onto 13 hypodermic needles, which would then deliver a ginormous dose of neurotoxin straight into your system. Oh, you thought it was normal venom. No. You see, these things max maxed out the toxin skill tree, producing a mixture of 2 neurotoxins that can flatline you by collapsing your heart and lungs in under an hour.
What?
And if you survive, the sting still causes extreme pain, swelling, and tissue necrosis. Because this is Australia, where even the scenery is trying to one-shot me.
Or even the freaking scenery is trying to one-shot me.
This bird can straight hit you with a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Finish him.
Introducing the cassowary, a species of reptile native to the land down under. And for once, guys,
It's not venomous.
Hence
This will kill you, though.
And I'm going to tell you how. You see, these neon chickens belong to the same family of birds as the emu, and as such share their impressive size, coming in at a solid 79 kilos and growing up to 6 feet tall, meaning the short kings in my audience could, in theory, mount these things like a chocobo. But what makes them stick out from emus? Well, you see, the cassowary is basically a spec ops emu, being twice the weight, highly territorial, and most importantly, coming with a
Combat knife.
strapped to their foot. That's right, this is a cassowary claw, and it's the reason they can hit you with a fighting game finisher. You see, these claws are a full 5 inches long. You know, I mean, honestly, 5 inches, way too big for anything, and especially for something that's going inside me. And if you anchor the tactical assault turkey, that is exactly what you're going to get, as their go-to defense method is to kick you square in the gut with that kitchen knife and attempt to disembowel you. And I mean, even if the kick doesn't put your insides on the outsides, that kick is still going to send you flying, which can cause some fairly major problems. Problems like the incident that occurred in 2012, where I, you not, a cassowary ran up behind a random tourist, hit the heavy attack button, and kicked the guy down a small cliff into the ocean. But the fact that I live in a country where at any point I could be hit with a sneak attack by a kaiju turkey is f***ing terrifying.
Fucking kaiju turkey is fucking terrifying.
Touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
I'm dying.
Give you plants, a piece of foliage native to the land down under. And surprising no one, not only is the thing venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant
On the planet.
Because yeah, no, of course, man, even the fucking leaves down here have a problem with me. In the rainforests of northern Queensland, these hell bushes are covered in tiny hairs that, upon closer inspection, aren't hairs at all and are
Actually,
actually
this is
thousands of
hypodermic
microdermic
needles
needles
when
that
stab you
break off inside
your
your
skin.
skin. You so much as brush them. Once inside you, these needles will inject you with,
I'm not kidding, neurotoxin.
and cause absolutely excruciating pain.
Hey yo, how's everyone doing? Just watching more pars and drawing.
Describing it as being covered in hot acid and
I've only got one viewer,
and another woman saying
but that's fine. I had a lot of fun today. I had a lot of things to do. I got to talk with I got to talk about what are we up to in here then. Oh, we are listening / watching to more pars, and I am currently working on a comic. I'm gonna turn this down though. Can you hear my TV?
Literal years after being stung. This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles
Can
are
you hear my
actually made
TV?
out of silicon, meaning your body can't break them down. And how thin they are, your skin will usually close up over the top of them, meaning that these neurotoxin-emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years, releasing more neurotoxins any time that they're moved or disturbed. This constant, chronic, agonizing pain is so unbelievably bad that there has even been records of
Trying to get banned here. People all yep can hear TV. It's all good. Okay, I was wondering because I've had questions about it because I do not know.
I don't think it gets much worse than neurotoxin to the nuts.
Anyway, I never.
Crocodiles are just dinosaurs that forgot to go extinct.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted, so I'm gonna pause that. So I don't know because I was watching Danny Motta react to the case study of Vanitas, and then I was like, you know what? I want to watch something else, and so I was like, okay, what's another person? Sort of comic am I writing? The first one I was writing was like a Yu-Gi-Oh comic. It was like that's the second page. Here's the first page. It's like a character insert. And then the second one I'm working on is for another, it's not really, it's a sim game that I like to play, and it's the Freak Circus. And then that one's also a character insert. So I'm currently working on that one. The first cover is actually going to be a colored cover, and that's what I'm working on currently. How good of a scarer was Johnny Worthington? No thanks. We're gonna watch Danny Phantom EXE because I am bored and I want to watch his Poppy Playtime videos. That's Danny Motta. I don't want Danny Motta. I want Danny. Danny Phantom. E. Sorry this is taking me so long. Did some ancient history deep dives, and I decided to explore and see if I can find the bodies of all the giant monsters. I found the remains of them. In what? Aha! Here they are. Papieto Playtimico. Full name. Alright. So, ancient history deep dives and decided to explore. Let's see if you can find the bodies of all the giant monsters. Giant monsters meaning what exactly?
So horror games this year, I'm very excited. It's been a long time since I've actually really played horror games for content. All of Poppy Playtime is out now, and I played the first 2 episodes, and I think it's time to do a full playthrough again.
Pepito Playtime, Poppy. Alright, Pepito Playtime, it's time to play. Giant Dragon of the Ocean, all the cultures talked about. Tiamat. 14,450 kilometer long skeleton in the Pacific Ocean floor. I'm sorry. What? Sorry. Turns out Earth was covered in giant fossils of these animals. Yeah, way before humans started roaming the Earth, their prehistoric Earth carried some freaking kaijus. Yeah, sure, buddy. Whatever you say. My gosh. Sorry if I repeat all the lines of the video. I've been watching Danny Phantom on repeat forever, all summer actually, and I can't stop myself. He's just funny. He's just funny to me, and I just love the energy he gives because he makes me laugh. Also found real Kraken tentacles over 11,000 kilometers long plain sight laying beside the dragon it killed. Interesting.
Oh yeah, that's definitely green, pink, yellow.
Huh. I did not know that. Crazy.
Grab pack training? Okay.
I thought he said innovation at his finest in that episode. Yeesh.
That's what I told her. Hold both cannons. That's what I told her. Do not fire
I really want to.
Rat pack responsibly?
No, I don't think I will. I'm gonna use items irresponsibly.
Please, I want to utilize company equipment in the worst way possible. Fuck yeah. Oh, here. This is right here. What does it say?
America has 2 dead dragons, a giant fish called Poseidon. Speaking of dragon, I think there's one in Colorado. It's a mountain in the shape of a damn dragon. I keep forgetting what it's called.
That's one of the more tame aspects of our security.
Is that one of them?
No spoilers. So, you've got my warning. It's not too late to turn around. I just hope that you're certain whatever you're doing is worth it.
And what about the giant dead fish called Poseidon?
That's a great time. Alright, let's go.
Oh my gosh, I've been on this live for 120 minutes. What's this guy's name again?
High five. Bang. Head. 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 You think he likes that, guys? Head. 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 See, some little pets. Huggy. Douglas?
No, I like Douglas more.
This is a Joel if I've ever seen.
So, I've only been getting like 2 to 5, 1 and 2 viewers, but that doesn't matter. So there's a dragon. There's a dragon-shaped mountain, I think, somewhere here in Colorado. I don't remember what it was called.
You know what gets me every time? It's the ambiance that scares me.
Great
It's like the
dragon.
low
Oh.
tone in the back of my ears, like the.
Where is it?
I get that this game is supposed to be jump scares, but it's like.
What was that? What was that? What opened? I don't know where. I can't see. It's too dark. Whoa! Whoa!
I actually have no idea what was happening.
Whoa!
Maybe this thing here. Yeah. Who would have thought? Not me.
Webster's Dictionary 1945 described dragons as large winged reptile capable of flight, now considered rare.
This is bad news at all.
Yeah. Douglas.
Douglas. Daddy doesn't.
And that was in 1945.
Come out before Daddy gets angry, Douglas. Douglas, did you cream on the floor? Daddy's not happy. Forgot why I stopped playing horror games, guys.
Oh, Steam.
Douglas, Daddy's not happy with you.
The Chinese Empire had a position for a royal dragon handler. That's crazy.
Why would you go, man? How stupid am I, bro? To come back.
Wait a minute.
What a
Really?
fucking idiot.
I didn't know this.
Dumb, stupid, dumb.
That's interesting.
And they reset sniper. I mean, I certainly would have gone alone. I mean, you know, literally, how dumb am I, dude? Is that all I'm supposed to do here? I feel like I'm supposed to do more, right? Okay, I gotta get out of here. I'm not stupid enough to go into a baby fucking
Factory alone like a
bitch. Do you know who
My father is.
A doctor of poop. That's who. High five. Daddy doesn't look like this normal kid. Kid, Daddy's very afraid right now. What the fool? What a. Okay. 1, 2. There is a yellow one. I'm just a dumbass who hasn't found it yet, right? Yeah. Kitten.
Douglas is very afraid right now. Could you please come out? Oh, a tape.
Oh, great, a tape. Let's watch this, I guess. Nothing horrible could come of this.
Rich, where are they keeping the honey boxes? I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
You meet Douglas, okay?
Let them sweep of this place? No. Exactly. Nobody in this
Exactly! Nobody in this company knows what they're fucking doing!
place. They started flooding the storehouse with orphanage junk.
Orphans junk.
Because we can't find stupid Huggy boxes. Laying beside the tips of the dragon's tail is the Bering Sea, and as the 90-kilometer long feather laying in the sediment.
This man is so intense.
Huh.
Unbiddable.
Is that even a word?
Where's this last battery pack? There it is. Wow. I found
Oh
it.
God.
I'm so good at this, guys.
Who can believe that?
Not
Not me.
Oh boy.
Thank you so much for bringing me whatever's in there. I guess I really needed it. Wow.
Thank you. Wow.
I will be right back. I gotta go get a thing of gum, piece of gum, because my freaking breath is horrible.
Kachan, look! I found the Jack off 3000. I did it, Kachan.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm bringing my whole Mentos gum in here. Yippies!
Imagine getting a hand job with these. That'd be crazy.
Nah.
Oh no, it's very dark. Douglas, Dad doesn't like when you hide and fucking the shelters. Can you not? Back down this way. Every step I take is one
Closer to death.
Oh yeah. Wow, right in front of me.
I am what we could call the tree of freaking stupid.
Anyways.
I haven't been on a Danny Phantom EXE stream lately. Kind of sad. That or he hasn't posted much.
Okay, I won't. Nothing bad ever happens
Let's do the Kennedys. Ah!
I'm grabbing it. Why? Won't you let me? My God.
There's people.
Grab. Walk around, I guess, and grab. I'm
Grabbing it. Hello?
Your fly is down.
Ugh.
Am I dense? Am I stupid? Am I missing something? Grab. Run around.
Hello?
One. Come around this way. And run up this way. Bang.
The poles, Danny. What poles? Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's
The score of my comfort character. Alright. Power. He leaves without a toy. Time to make a toy. You are a toy.
Make a friend. It's 1960.
I found a Leonid Ludwig was a visionary. He set the stage for all of Playtime Corporation's greatest feats. Yet all of the amazing things he created. The Make a Friend machine is one of the most creative, impressive, and advanced. It is solely responsible for nearly every Playtime Code toy sold by Margaret to this day. All it needs is the proper parts, and it will paint. Simple and do a quality inspection of the toy all on its own. Gone is the need for complex sorting and baking. The machine can do all of that, and more.
Thank you, Elliot Ludwig. What are these holes in the ground leading to? Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, I need to turn power on. I'm gonna sit these stairs, lead to something important, so let's go up these real quick so that we have videotape baller.
And half the cost of dining out, and with 28 grams of protein. Healthy choice. Eat healthy. Live full.
I need to go get lunch, but I can't really leave this house.
Sucks here, can you hear me?
Everything that has happened in this town transpired in a matter of hours.
Why so mean?
That is one of the reasons why I never play Resident Evil. Haha. Anyway, moving on.
Mazda is the safest car brand in America. She has no idea. But you do. And that makes all the difference. Mazda, more of what matters most to you.
Videotape baller. Think, Clarence, think. Hurt. Oh. Go right here. Yank this one. Then. Wrap.
Laying beside. Oh, yeah. That's from Revered Wolf VIP. Rick Nuggets. Rick! Sorry, guys. I'm just tweaking right now. The voices. I can't do simple puzzles made for children. Ah! Bro, people are probably walking by my house right now and thinking I'm freaking insane. Ah. Ah, crap, my phone's about to die. I don't get another plug-in.
I like how they're all mouths. Like it's full.
Well, I'm gonna have to end the stream here. I will be able to post this on my channel under lives, make it, and it's public, so everything's good there. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and to the ones who are currently leaving. Thank you so much. Have a good day / night, and I hope to see you in the next one.